If you see something or feel something, say something.
Now at 5:30, it is National Thyroid Cancer Awareness Month. And to raise awareness and money, a popular radio host is sharing her recent diagnosis with Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Caitlin Francis.
All the hits, Kiss 95.7. It is Courtney and Kiss in the morning. All right.
You probably recognize that voice. What you might not recognize is a scar along Courtney Netto's neck. It's barely visible after a major surgery she had on her thyroid just a few months ago. Courtney had a very successful surgery where they removed her thyroid and several lymph nodes after she was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. Dr. James Flaherty is Courtney's surgeon. He says the thyroid, a small organ located right in front of the trachea in your neck, regulates lots of body functions like metabolism and body temperature. But issues are very common, especially in women, so it's important to know what to look out for.
In today's day and age, not always, but usually with preventive health, thyroid function studies would routinely be part of lab work that's drawn on a yearly physical exam. But beyond that, so subtle findings would be identified, kind of in the early stages, if you will. But beyond that, things like weight gain or loss, heat insensitivity, cardiac abnormalities is a big one, intestinal function in the form of constipation.
In Courtney's case, her blood work was normal, but she had a fine needle aspiration and a swollen lymph node, which she initially had checked by her primary care doctor. They realized it was, in fact, cancer. But Dr. Flaherty says this isn't always a reason to panic.
When it's thyroid cancer, the prognosis is usually excellent. But as you pointed out, you just have to have guarded optimism.
He says men in the African American community are less likely to catch this disease early, making it a little more aggressive. But the 5-year survival rate for someone diagnosed with thyroid cancer is 98%.
If there's a good surgery the first time, the likelihood of recurrence, in other words, clearance of the tissue, clearance of any potential lymph node involvement, then there's going to be a less chance of further surgery down the road and even way down the road.
So I don't want anybody to be afraid. I want to raise awareness of thyroid cancer because when you catch it and you have the right team around you and you have your surgery, the prognosis is fantastic.
And now Courtney is giving back to her team at St. Francis by partnering with Dog Star Rescue for Bark and Brew for a Cure.
So it's sort of helping pets and helping people with everybody in their life has gone through someone that they know that has had cancer. My mother passed from cancer not too long ago, so it's wonderful to see Courtney doing so well, and if we can help other people as well with the awareness and the donations, that's just wonderful.
All of the money from the tickets for the event goes straight back to help the dogs at the rescue, like Maui, a 22-month-old lab spaniel mix ready for his forever home.
We will have adoptable dogs there, so the event is the 26th. It runs 12 to 5. We'll have Sister Funk playing their music starting at 1. We'll have our award-winning barbecue. We have phenomenal raffle prizes, and we have our famous puppy cuddling.
And money from the raffles and other items will go to the Cancer Care Center at St. Francis.
I'm a big baby, and I went through this whole process alone because we were in a pandemic, and so all of my appointments were alone. Every time I had to go get a CAT scan or a PET scan, I was dropped off. I couldn't have anybody in there hold my hand. So that's another reason I want to give back. And the people at St. Francis and the nurses there, they were the ones that were my family and my friends. They were the ones holding my hand, going in for a PET scan. The doctors and the nurses, Dr. Flaherty, my nurse Kelly at the hospital, Dr. Flaherty's nurse Kim, they were the ones that gave me the strength, and our listeners.
And the good news is that she's feeling strong today and paying it forward. In Hartford, I'm Caitlin Francis, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.